So my name is Marie, and I am a wife and stay-at-home mom of three little ones, homeschooling, and have really just been interested in all things raw milk. And I really did a deep dive probably about almost a year ago now on raw milk because I had heard a lot of things about it and was seriously wondering if it could help. I have some acne issues. I have some gut issues. So I really just wanted to see if it could maybe be a tool that I could use in my toolbox. So basically, the raw milk history is that it has been enjoyed for thousands of years. If you are a Christian, there are, I believe, over 14 references in the Bible where God talks about that he's going to lead the Israelites to a land flowing with milk and honey. So it has basically been here since the dawn of man and animals. And there are multiple animals that provide nutritious milk besides cows, goats, sheep, and even camels. But tonight I will mainly be talking about raw cow milk. And again, milk is actually considered a whole food. So you could easily, back in more humble days, you could easily have milk, eggs, and bread, and that would sustain a family. And with raw milk, since it is almost always non-homogenized, so it has not been basically put into a centrifuge or something to make it all one color, everything, you will see a cream layer in your milk. I don't know if you can see this, but I have my raw milk gallon here. Just thought I'd bring that to show you. And so pasteurization is a relatively new process, and it has been attributed to being developed by French scientist Louis Pasteur, who found that heating beer and wine was enough to kill most of the bacteria that causes spoilage, and that can also lead to some serious illness. And this is from Weston A. Price website, real milk that is pasture raised, full fat, and unprocessed is an inherently safe food. I know I have heard over the years how unsafe raw milk is, and I'm going to show you right now the benefits of adding raw milk to your regimen. It has bioavailable vitamins in it, and milk is an important source for lots of different nutrients, in particular fat-soluble vitamin A, D, E, and K2, vitamin C, all of the B vitamins, and minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and zinc, and a lot of trace minerals that just can't really be found in the current state of depleted soil and found in other foods. And then if your raw milk that you're drinking is predominantly from a grass grazing cow, those levels will actually be higher than raw milk that you might find from cows that are maybe eating more predominantly grain. And there are different types of raw milk. You might see some that are A1 or A2, and A2 seems to be easier to digest and easier on stomachs. So if you do have some dairy intolerances or sensitivities, you might be able to drink A2 milk, or even start out with raw cheese or yogurt. Those can also be a little easier on your stomach, but as always, this is not medical advice, and you should speak to your primary care physician if you do have questions. Raw milk also has enzymes which help for better absorption. There are about 60 functional enzymes in raw milk, and some of them are only native to milk, and they are produced by beneficial bacteria that are encouraged in the compounds in that milk. Some of these enzymes, such as lipases and proteases, act as catalysts to increase the bioavailability of those nutrients, which is what we want. We want to have nutrients come from bioavailable sources. It's going to be easier for our body to absorb and then use the full spectrum in our bodies. And then the main one is that the good bacteria in raw milk, it contains compounds that support the growth of large numbers of these diverse organisms, which include lactobacillus and this other one that I can't pronounce, but you can see it on the slide. And these act as agents to help build a balanced gut microbiome. And there is so much diversity in these probiotic beneficial bacteria and other bioactive components that really supports the proliferation of healthy flora in your gut, and while protecting against harmful bacteria such as E. coli. And I really think that a lot of people are worried about possibly having E. coli contamination from having raw milk. And I will go into why you don't necessarily have to worry about that if your raw milk is coming from a healthy cow who is eating grass and also has a farmer or farm who really cares about those animals.
Marie?
Yes.
Can I interrupt you for a second? Would you check and see if anybody is in the waiting room?
Let me see. Yes.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Can you guys see my screen and everything?
Yes, I can see your screen. I just can't let people in, and some people I think are in the waiting room.
Waiting room. Okay.
There they are.
Here we go.
There we go. Okay. Thank you, sweetie.
Yes. Okay, let's see if I can get back to how I did that other share. Is that what I'm at?
There we go.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go into some misconceptions about raw milk. One, that you'll probably get sick from it. I know I've heard this from friends and well-meaning family members who are concerned for myself and for my children. And that goes right back to, if you are buying milk from a farmer who you trust, who's willing to show you what conditions the cows are living in, what they're eating, or you're buying it from a reputable brand. I happen to like the Raw Farm. I'll put them in the chat when I have a chance. You can trust that that milk is not going to make you sick. So as long as they're following proper handling with the milk and the cows are getting properly nourished with mainly pasture graze. So we want grass or even dried grass as well. There is a very, very tiny percentage that you could get ill from raw milk. And Weston Price, he was a dentist, and he had done research, and for over 50 years, there has been no reported deaths from raw milk, but there has been dozens from pasteurized milk. Another misconception is that other milks are superior. Raw milk is a living substance with all of that good bacteria in it, much like breast milk also has that good bacteria in it. And when you are drinking either a nut milk or non-dairy milk, unless you're making a homemade recipe and you know all of the ingredients, there are almost always additives like rapeseed, which is also known as canola oil, or the addition of fortified vitamins. So if you look on your milk carton and you see added vitamin D, etc., added vitamin A, that is not a bioavailable nutrient that is most readily absorbed by your body. So, and I was looking at a brand of oat milk earlier, and I did see that they had both fortified vitamins added, and they also had that canola oil in it. In a pasteurized milk that you would see at your local supermarket, you would also not find those bioavailable vitamins and minerals like you would in raw milk, because it's been pasteurized and all of those vitamins and minerals have basically been denatured by the high heat temperatures. The last misconception that we'll talk about tonight is that all cows are treated the same and all milk is the same. This is one of the biggest misconceptions. And if you visit a local dairy farm, you'll see that you will find cows that are fenced in They're eating mostly corn or soy feed, most likely GMO as well. And there's absolutely no grass or pasture to be found. And then you'll also notice that they stand in their own manure. A lot of them will also be laying down in their own manure. While this is a common practice in dairy farms around the United States, it's not natural and it's not normal for cows to not eat grass and graze on grass. They were designed and created with multiple stomach areas to really be able to chew their cud and to just really absorb the nutrients from the grass. And because these cows in traditional dairy farms are eating corn or soy and they're standing in their own manure, this leads to subpar milk. And one of the main reasons for the process of pasteurization that E. coli can be present in manure, and we need to have that pasteurization if you're having cows that are standing in manure. However, if cows are treated with kindness and they're able to graze on grass, they are happy cows and they can produce the highest quality of milk. So this begs the question, where do I find raw milk? And I would recommend bookmarking realmilk.com, and then you can search locations near you, whether that be a farm or a grocery store. And if you can't, for some reason, find something near you, you can also try farmmatch.com. Every state does have different laws, and currently there's only one state that does not allow any raw milk to be sold for human consumption, and that's in Nevada. Some states have laws about raw milk only being sold in herd shares or directly from a farmer, and that is in Colorado. And I would recommend the best place would be to try to find a local farmer, visit with him or her, and then find out about their cows. Some further resources for you. Absolutely, Weston A. Price. He's a genius, and he has so much information on his website, which is the Weston Price Foundation. It goes into so many different studies and a lot of scientific reviews and scientific articles talking about the safety of raw milk, the benefits of raw milk, and so much detailed science. But his book is on your left. And what he basically found was that when he traveled to foreign countries, places in Africa and other places that don't really have a lot of access to modern types of things like we do, they actually have healthier dental, so healthier teeth, healthier bones, and just they look very healthy and vibrant. And that really led him down this path of trying to figure out what they're doing different and what does modernization, maybe what it's getting right, and then also how we can do better. That's a great book. And then the other one is called The Milk Book. And you can see on there, there's some other places you can look at. Wise Traditions podcast is a great podcast. Again, it is Weston A. Price. I can't talk highly enough about their website. Okay, so this is what it's going to get into. I just thought that this was such a unique product that Meg ended up coming out with. And it's these Pro Beauty balms, and they are made with tallow. So if you don't know what tallow is, it's basically rendered beef fat. So we talked about raw milk and how nourishing it can be to our bodies. It has so many great benefits for immune health, skin health. You can even help with allergies and other things. And the tallow, which is rendered beef fat, also has so many great healthy skin vitamins that really nourish our skin. We have a trio of balms that will soothe your skin. And not only are they created with tallow, they also have farm fresh beeswax, and it's deeply nourishing. Your skin will literally glow. And I did find out that most tallow is actually really heavily processed, but ours is grass-fed. which just makes my heart so happy. And just 3 reasons why choosing MIG products in general, and specifically these beauty balms. Here's 3 reasons. Sustainable. We use ingredients that come from the earth. Our beeswax comes from local USA apiaries. It's made with fresh oils and herbs, and all of that really helps to work with your body. You're not fighting against your body. Our ingredients are natural. The ingredients literally come from the earth, and they're so pure you can eat any of our products. My youngest actually did take a bite of our sleep balm, and I didn't have to worry about what she had just ingested, although she said it didn't taste good. Cruelty-free, and again, almost all of our products can be used on babies to grannies, and they are effective. The products are going to do what they say they're going to do, and if for some reason you don't love it, we have the 60-day happiness guarantee. I think that might be my last slide, but I was going, let's see. Okay. I was going to share with you, this is one of the beauty balms that I was talking about, and this is in the shade Blushing. And I do have makeup on, but I am going to just show you just how it can just enhance just even what you already have on. I do love that you can wear these without any other type of makeup, but I do have other on today. So you can literally just put it on as blush. You can see it pretty well right there. And then just dab it in. And then if you are someone like me who has really oily skin, these actually don't make your skin more oily. I just feel like it just gives you a refreshed look to your face, and just gives you, you know, a glow, but not like a greasy glow at all, just healthy. And I'm really happy with these. So you can see how that went on. I'm really obsessed with them. But you know, I don't know if you could see this. This was my raw milk that I had earlier. So that I was a little nervous. So I'm sorry if I went too fast, but does anyone have any questions or anything like that? And if you don't, that's totally fine too. I can't find the little chat. I thought that.
Right in the middle. The questions that people
Oh,
asked
there it
about the taste. Some people asked about the taste.
Okay, so
Different.
raw milk tastes better than conventional pasteurized milk. And the really cool thing about it too is that you can skim the cream. You will have, if it's whole milk, whole raw milk, there will be a cream line. You could skim that off and use it in your coffee. You could use it in so many different ways. And the other really cool thing about raw milk is that instead of it spoiling, so conventional milk will spoil, which means it goes rancid. Raw milk will actually turn into a cultured fermented yogurt. So you can use it as you would yogurt, and it will just have a sour kind of tangy taste to it. Yes, you can totally make butter from the cream. It's amazing. And I would say that yes, raw milk lasts about 7 days to 11 days. And then it might potentially sour a little bit, but again, you could literally leave this on your counter and it will just naturally sour because of the bacteria, the good bacteria in this. So yeah, there's a lot of good things you could use your soured milk for. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, it's been really helpful for me. I've definitely seen a big change with my skin and acne that I had, although I do think it's also contributing to the skincare products that I use, but the raw milk definitely, it can also help, it can also help to remineralize your teeth if you struggle with that. And I'm not going to say it can cure cavities, but depending on how far the cavity is, if it's just starting out, you can help reverse that. And my daughter had that, and we started doing raw milk, and they're gone. Her dentist is like flabbergasted. So I'm not saying it will cure everything, but there is a great book that I can recommend to you that talks about that involved with raw milk if you are interested in that too. So yes.
Thank you so much, Marie. And I'm excited for the way to find where we can get it.
Oh yes, let me put that in the chat.
Yeah. Any other questions?
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Thank y'all for being flexible on the Zoom. And I hope that you all have a wonderful night. And Marie, I think maybe if we have any questions, we could reach out to you and, on Instagram or in your, on Facebook.
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thanks, Marie.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.